Me.
Connections in not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No heat, no tea.
When he was 12 years old, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a barrage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. Whether the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. That's not about for Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for the commissioners who decided from Liberia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and you know where he's just thinking all kind of way, Boyka, all kind of thing. You want to go after people? Then, the CDC still control the lower in the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went talking away, talking about thing they did, but they did a resolution. A pass, because of money process.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All of them almost ran to Yombi house. Then they buried that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to serve. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not along with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving as Barbara for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for that kind of woman, and he wants to persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Get back out and go look for lawyer. So from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and found a resolution. I have many things that why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boyka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a trouble.
I said correct move.
Liberia is in trouble.
Correct move.
But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's have to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Dr. Ware is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they don't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. In sports? Zero. Oh yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give you $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your nationality $500,000. I promise. Your your experience in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. Worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right? The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have ever experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That's the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation.
Well,
this
I'm
person
grateful to the Almighty God for proving my innocence. And I've always said I am a man of rule of law, and I will continue to uphold that. And I'm just grateful, and I want to tell my pastors, my family members, and friends who believe in me, and my constituents, that I told them I will never associate them with burning of the Capitol building. I have been clear. I am, and I've always been free. The Liberian National Police did not free me. My conscience and my conduct free me. So I want to God. This is a sad victory because the former speaker and colleagues of ours still under detention and they are still being interrogated, and I'm hoping that the same God who set us free will be able to grant them the sin of a charge to go to court. It doesn't mean that you are guilty of the crime that you are charged. You will have an opportunity this morning that I was going to go to jail, but from the investigation and from what I heard from the police, I mean, nothing is on me. They have not shown, they can't show anything. I mean, there is nothing can be shown that, I mean, I'm part of the fire incident at Capitol building. So I can go home. So I'm a free sorry to sue police. I mean, I think the police has the right to impact me as a person of interest. And as a law-abiding citizen, it is my right to come in. And I mean, once the police impact me, it is my right to come and explain to the police exactly those concerns they have. So all of those questions that were asked, I mean, we've been asked over the time. We were able to answer the questions, and the police just informed me that, I mean, there is nothing on me, Frank Safoko Jr., that is linked or connected. I'm a free citizen, I'm a Liberian. Whenever they need me, I mean, they will also invite me again to come and say whatever question they have. But for now, I mean, I'm a free citizen. There are concerns. Whenever the police has concern, the police will invite me. So with the concern today, I mean, I came to answer, and today, for the first time, the police informed me that, I mean, you can go home. Maybe if we need you, we'll let you know, but I mean, there's absolutely nothing.
Hands up to all of you, wherever you are. I know you are certainly grateful to the Almighty God that indeed we are here with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And that is it. It's 11 minutes past 8 in Liberia. And wherever you are, welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't hear anywhere hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. But that sorry is not an indication that we regret our actions right here on this very day. And we are grateful to the Almighty God. And welcome to the program. And today is Friday. And today is Super Friday, especially for our jackpot. And tomorrow there's going to be a draw. for those people who may have participated in the Scratch and Win and Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win. Yeah, for those who may have participated in it, they are going to get themselves, especially for those who scratched and did not win anything but had to join the second chance draw. Is on tomorrow. Is going to happen. So we are really, really grateful to the Almighty God that we are here. But tonight is the Friday's jackpot, 25K. You saw last night what I decided to do. So tonight is 25K. We are extending it to. So we're going to do same. So that's why it is right here on tonight. But *799 *24# is the code to play with. And then you can be qualified to enter our draws that we'll do instantly on the radio while we are here. The disbursement equally is done instantly upon calls made to you. And that is it. And I would think for sure with God, all things are possible. And we are certainly getting there. All right, so let me say hands up to all of you and welcome to this program. And for tonight's edition of this program, I'm forever grateful to the Almighty God. You never understand some things until you get it. And for people like us, we are here. One thing we'll not tell you is to lie to you. Anything we'll tell you that may happen or will happen. Because the people who tell us what they tell us, they are not people who will lie to us. Because we always told them. And when you tell us some things, remember the people who are listening to us, they don't deserve to be lied to. So even if you choose to lie to me, don't lie to those people. So for the fact that you will not want to lie to them, you will not have to lie to me. Even if it is your choice to say I will lie to AB, please don't lie to those people. So for the fact that you love them, you value them so much, yeah, we think for sure we are certainly getting there. Oh God, this country. I'm seeing most of my students. How are you doing? Oh, my students are expressing disappointments. I'm seeing them expressing it. Most of them online, they are expressing that they are disappointed. I'm seeing Paris Slobet saying, "Good evening, Teacher Light. I'm watching you from the United States of America, New Jersey. Teacher Light, thanks for everything." And you do. And I'm seeing my class prefect is saying she is really, really disappointed. We are not getting there. You don't want to believe in a prof when you say you're getting there anymore because 5 lawmakers were there. Well, we are getting there, and we think for sure we'll get there. Thank you so much for everything, and we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. You have to learn to believe, no matter what it is, no matter what changes around, and you have to learn to believe. Maurice Jones is telling us that indeed I'm very much disappointed. And in the CDC, J said, "This is politics. It's not for baby." And he says that here tonight. And we are saying here several other persons. Maurice, yeah, I did read Maurice comment here. And Asata Mbela, CDC has become a toothless bulldog. They are saying that. And I go evening, Teacher Light. This is my first time on your show. Thanks. Welcome, Henrietta. And let me see here. Paris Slobet and is here as well tonight. Okay, I did read Paris stuff. All right. And James Square Carpenter says that God bless you guys for all you inform us about and giving us hope. We are certainly getting more than disappointed. Who is more than disappointed? And Aseta Miller said, Teacher Light, this party called CDC is making us feel bad day by day. Our leadership are not taking action. What is going on with our party? It will come to a time. Some of us will just put our date and watch African movies. Moses Tokwa says, I'm disappointed. All right. And what is here again? Let me read it out so that the people can hear it out there. And we are getting there. And Borges GK Lamade and says, yeah, good evening, Teacher Light. I'm joining the class from Pinsville City, District 6. Thanks so much for joining me alongside Gabriel West. And said, good evening, Teacher Light. Our God is able. I'm looking forward to a great show. Certainly it will be great. Like it had always been great. And Thomas, Timothy, Robert, Sako, F2. says, I'm very much disappointed in my party, the CDC. And Bill said, I'm disappointed also. Bill joins in and says that. Timothy says, disappointed. Yeah, Rubber Hat. And that's Rita Hat. Sorry. It says, good evening. I'm watching you from Massachusetts and the USA. God bless you, my brother, for the informative program each day and every day. Yeah, you have to. And to the King's family, I say thanks and God bless you all. Thank you so much for believing in us. All right. And yeah, we are certainly getting there. The time is now or we inside. Princess Songshan Kamara says that. And I can assure you people, don't feel disappointed. That's one thing I can tell you. I'm not lying. I'm disappointed in the CDC leadership. Matilda says that. All right. And Edward Kohler says we need to do something here. Yeah, Teacher Light, let God rescue us. This is total mess we are in, and certainly we are in a mess, and we are certainly in a mess, and it will certainly grow up someday, and we are getting there. With God, all things are possible, and I can tell you for sure we are getting there. All right, we are here tonight, grateful, so you can keep playing your stuff, but I'm very excited that at least God is giving us the health, and everything is on our side, and I can tell you for sure tonight, for me, I will not come and tell you anything other than what I know. When I told you these people were going to be arrested last night, they wanted to do it at their homes. But when we leaked that up, because they were thinking that the guys were not going to go. And everything that happens, it happens with plans. And I think Fonati then thought it was the regular invitation. Like they went there first and that was it. That was not the case. It was a different thing. Though they knew, they had a proud knowledge that they were going to be arrested. They were going to be arrested. They had proud knowledge that they were going to be arrested. And the timing of the invitation and the day it was set on, it could give anybody. Fonati is a lawyer. He knows that. You know, Fridays are dangerous days set aside for anybody to do any damage to you. Any practice of law, Friday is a dangerous day. That anybody can do anything to you. Friday. Some people wait. They say that Friday we won't catch that person. Then I mean they won't put you in jail. That Friday. It's on that Friday. You see the timing of everything? We knew it. And I know many of us tonight may feel somehow. No. And I still maintained that the whole thing is a trap. If you are not careful, you will walk in it. And that trap, they are falling in their own trap, but you will not believe it. Soon and very soon, you will believe what I'm telling you. You will know that there will be no unity party anymore. Maybe soon. Soon and very soon, I'm telling you. They are falling in their own trap. They are setting a trap for you to come in. And remember now, when you come in and then you fall in the trap, they catch you. Right? Even what happened today, you may see it like it is a trap that is set for CDC, CD4. No, CDC did not fall in it. They are falling again. And they are falling deeper and deeper and deeper. And soon and very soon, you will see what I'm talking about. Today, after all we talked here last night, people did not get it. The guys went down there thinking that it was very easy. You see, all the intelligence we can be giving, we are not giving it because we think we just want to say it. We are saying it so that you take the necessary precautions. This is my first time for me to see us, people from popular districts, a lawmaker from popular district, knowing everything. I don't know whether they were thinking that these Unity Party people, you see, when you underestimate your opponents, right? When you underestimate your opponents, and when they can beat you. When you see football game, there's something they call offset. And offset in football game always comes from a perspective where the small team, a beat a big team. That what can happen? Offset. To offset. Now, that offset most times happens when a big team overlooks the smaller team. That's when that offset can happen. When a big team overlooks the smaller team, you don't get prepared, you don't get adequately prepared, or you're going on the field, the way you look at the player, then you just look at them, you just feel that kind of way, the coach tactics and everything he tried to, even before the game, his strategy and everything he plans, everything, yeah, low-key team, man. They can do this, we can get this done, we can just put it one man here. All the strategy you employ prior to the game or even during the game, because you overlook those people that will offset you, and offset can come from where you overlook things, that where it can happen. This is it, and this is very glaring. And we are very clear about what we are about to tell you tonight. For us to have seen, there is most of our county, man, we're talking about here. There's District 15, man. This is District 16 we're talking about here. Just those 2 districts alone. And let me tell you what happened at the time. You see, let us understand some things, right? The first thing I understood, you know what, I'm talking with some of the hierarchies of the CDC before this day. I said, by the timing of the invitation, it speaks volume. Something smells around it. Honor the weird administration, when the legs of those Mo Ali, many packet, tomorrow here and there, when you are extended an invitation and a date is mentioned, and you are called, it is not on compulsion that you come just on that same day. You can state exactly that due to XYZ reason, I will be coming on so and so day. But my people will come. Your lawyers can write and say those things that these people will come. We'll bring these people. We'll be able to show them up. They are lawyer. Look at that kind of man, that kind of weak lawyer there that they call, how they call the man? The ombudsman man. That man was writing and bringing people that boy and say, we'll bring our client, this, that, they were writing. And whatever. Those are protocols. Then the place you can start knowing the tension, no resistance, then you'll start preparing yourself. That is what it is. The CDC, from what I'm understanding, had told these people that you cannot go there today. Tell them that you're not going. At that point, you are using yourself to get adequately prepared to go. So that on that day, you will be adequate. You don't just walk into it because people call you today. Yeah, get ready, you say you go there. No, it's not an arrest warrant. They are summoning you. They are asking you to go. You can ask for time and say, look, I will be there so and so time because of XYZ. It's not an arrest where you're forced to go there. There are conditions that you can state. Right? But let's agree, right? These people were invited. What it would take, okay, let's understand that they wanted to even adhere to the emergency call of the government. What it would have taken you to rally people from your districts and say, look, they think here we are trying to go there, and they say, you just go down there at the police station. See the police people that are sleeping in the darkness tonight. They're sleeping in the, I was coming to work just now. You see that they eat black clothes and they're sitting down there. Those riot police, and they stay against, the people still have fear within them. Whether you let it, you go or you come down, you know the party scared. All that thing that you're on, I say you're causing, go past to the police station now. And if you don't see them sitting down there, that is patience. These people are suffering. Lord, you can see that, go past there with your car now as we speak. They are suffering. No, they are in front of you. Well, all you do, you see, because you walk into it. Who told you know the party not scared of what they're doing? Who? So here and there. XYZ will happen. But the real thing, rather to hear these people, look, to tell you that these people scared, that what you see now there, so go there now. Go there. Go to the police station now. I want for people, I will send to my staff, they had to go there and do the video. The police people, they are sitting outside. You see, all they are riots, gear stuff, everything they're set. Because they still expect attack. They live in fear. That is the point. They're living in fear. So what are you looking at? Why you have to walk there like that? Why walk there like that? They say, party. Okay, I agree. CDC has a party here. Why walk there like that? No. You can't go into the lion's den like that. These people, they are wicked people. Never underestimate them. You see that Priscilla Cooper woman they kept there? Raf, I know Raf waiting. I think Arab one. He the one doing the investigation. From his investigation, from his initial investigation, and everything relating to all these things that they are doing here, he had already found out that Priscilla Cooper, Francis Afoko, and that of Marvin Cole were off. But when he carried a report, they don't want to make it to appear like they only have social CDC people. So they have to include her there to sleep there. Now, the plan is that she will stay there. The moment Monday comes and they are arranging these people to carry them to court, Priscilla, I challenge you this night, I'm telling you, Priscilla will not follow the people them to anything they want to do. Any boy, whatever it is, the government already set up that. That's the nonsense this government is doing that you are not seeing. Look, let me tell you something. If you think the CDC will fall into the trap of these people, it will not work. The plan is, let's intimidate them, push them more, because CDC is noted for violence. Let's catch them more, let them come up, make George Weah to be like a rebel leader, and then he becomes that now. When George Weah, because if you go down there for protest, let me tell you what the guys will do. The guys will start shooting all over. And you know what it will do? It will lead the country to violence and chaos. And George Weah will now become a party to it. That's what they are looking for. I challenge you any day. The day George Weah just shows up at any ground, if I said they cool men, they men who say you want to be vice president Joseph Boakai, if they not say they use gun, real live bullets there to make the country look chaotic, just to make it to look like George Weah has stood up now to fight. That's all they're looking for. It's a trap. You got to be careful how you go into it. You don't want to put your last man on the front line. You don't want to do that. The CDC as a party, I agree. Many of you will say they are fragmented and so forth here and there. You know, that's why it is. They grab your lawmakers. You're in the districts now. Let's agree that your lawmakers are there sleeping there. What are you people doing in the districts? What are the district coordinators in the areas, especially from the lawmakers' office? They should start now putting cells together and then ransack that whole police. Look, go there and tell the people. That's what they're supposed to have done. Go there. When you go there like that, you show your solidarity and support. What happened today wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have. But everyone sat back. These people are from districts. The districts are right here in Montserrat County. All that thing you see them, so they go pull Priscilla Cooper, they just trick, they just covered up. They're not smart. That's why it is. Let me tell you something. You think a weakling like Joseph Boakai, able to terrorize this country? So you just really think that a weakling like Joseph Boakai able to terrorize this country? No. If anybody were to dream that, it just... And one thing I like about it is that these Unity Party animals, I don't know what kind of animal you want to call them now when he left with you. These Unity Party animals, they are digging their own graves and they will be buried in it. Whether you go or you come down, they are digging their own graves and they will be buried in it. And that day of reckoning is being necessitated by their actions on a daily basis. You think the people governing? You know the party does not care. On a day, you think Waka really cares about governing? You think he really cares about people's views or whatever it is? And I'm very happy that Joseph Waka was even able to soak Nima County. He just won Nima County for that ArcelorMittal thing. The Nima County, they did a caucus. They said now he doesn't anything about ArcelorMittal. ArcelorMittal called Joseph Waka. There you go there. The general then asked him, "Do you think ArcelorMittal is really doing well?" He said it's an honest statement. Does he really care about people's feelings or how they feel about it? Once ArcelorMittal people putting money in our pocket, it's done. He doesn't care about you. Does he really care? You think he really cares? Look, that's why you see Joseph Waka is not prioritizing your bread and butter issues. All Waka cares about, let's go arrest they want. Let's do they want. Let's do they want. Let's do they want. Joseph Waka does not care. Joseph Waka, as far as he's concerned, he's going to his grave. He doesn't care. That man is seeing death. That man knows that he's dying already, wherever he is. So as a result, he doesn't care. That's why you never needed to put that kind of reckless person who has no future. Because he's not thinking about his future because there's no future. The only people I'm sorry for are those young Unity Party folks who are here who are supposed to be contemplating about their future and they're doing nothing about it. Now they want to worry about. They're the one who live for life. They follow an old man with no future to just damn it, and that probably thinks that he can die anytime too, or he thinks that before say yeah he will be either in wheelchair passing around, there will be sympathy for him. Nobody will want to do anything to him again and whatever. So he doesn't care. I'm just sorry for the young folks. This is it. Look, let me tell you, sometimes people say silence is weakness. No, silence is not weakness. You see the poor constructor that they can be talking about, oh, that big snake here and there. When that snake eats or whatever it is, it goes into perfect silence. You don't even see it all over like a snake. It takes its time. It prepares itself because anytime it aims, it does not miss. It does not want to miss. When it misses, that impact will reverse on it. So it is noted for going in silence and operating instrument. It doesn't cause noise. No noise. In fact, it ain't even that noise. When a boa constructor have already captured its prey, or it not grab that animal and not hit it, it will wait and look all around and see whether there is ants anywhere. It will look at it good. Where there is no ants that when it can eat, it not just like noise. Prior to it hitting, no noise. When it finish hitting you, it will go low for Israel because when it finish eating, it will rest itself. Because when it coming back, it ready to strike. Look, whether you like it or not, you go or you come down. The stage for the unthinkable to happen in this country is being set by the day. Whether you like it or not. Somebody told me the last time, and they can't talk about how Joseph Baga using juju. Joseph Baga using all kind of juju on anybody. Nobody. Joseph Baga using juju, that person like me will use it on that woman. But just sorry for the young people who are beyond Joseph Baga, who will live with it for the rest of their lives. They will never ever. In fact, some of them on Facebook, they are posting, they are doing all kinds of things. Thank God. In recent time, people been collecting, people posting that they've been having. We are all here, we're still living here. Let them keep posting. Let us keep it. Now, CDC is a government. Forget about it. You don't expect the CDC to behave like the way they behaved when they were in opposition. CDC has now understood governance, and CDC still have interest in governance. So the way they will approach issues, it may not be the same as when they were in opposition. The first time, CDC is a refined CDC now. They know exactly what the strategies are. They know exactly what to do. Let me tell you something. If you deploy the Unity Party strategy, the CDC will be restless when they to come back to power. Does the CDC have to lie? Does the CDC have to engage itself into violence? Does the CDC have to do this? No. The CDC will use the best medium, and I'm seeing that medium being used currently. For the co-funding issue, yes. they grab leading political figure within the CDC. The party is supposed to stand up. 100% I agreed. And I'm still waiting to hear the party's position on that, to see what they will be able to do in the coming days. Because from now up to Monday or so forth here and there, we expect the party to come up with a position and not a statement. But I say come up with an active position. But the trap was, if we can grab Fonati, George Weah will show face. And let me tell you something. Jeremiah Kuhn, Joseph Boaka, they have told Gregory Coleman, and you heard it last time, Eugene Nangbe said it, right? That the EPS director get gun showing to George Weah picture. ES room. They have planned that anything that y'all will see George Weah in your shoot, any kind of way, we don't want to see him in this country anymore. That is the plan. You got to know when to do what. And the only person who can be outstanding or so forth the other day that could rally people is George Weah. And now if George Weah were to just say today Joseph Boaka is finished, Joseph Boaka is finished. Joseph Boaka is on life support. And whether he likes it or not. Look, we are in this country. This country, thank God, all of y'all know that bad things happening, and you're equally are aware. And you people are now saying, no, the CDC should stand up for that bad thing to stop. And y'all know the United Party doing bad, all we know it. The only thing y'all say is that the CDC not standing up to stop the bad thing. Thank God that y'all know that United Party doing bad thing. If you ask each and every Liberian now, majority of the Liberian people know that United Party not proceeding right. The only problem they are having now is why the CDC not standing up to the Unity Party and stop them from doing the wrong thing. So, for the fact that these people have acknowledged that the Unity Party is not proceeding rightly, that's good. It's to their knowledge. They are aware the Unity Party is not doing right. They know it. Passing every corner, they say the Unity Party is not doing right. That's why you need to join the July 17 protest. For Liberia to be redeemed, it's not a political party that's going to redeem this country. It's you Liberian people wearing your patriotism cap, your nationalistic cap. You got to wear it. Take off the party thing from that. The party got to stand up. Forget about party standing up to people. It's about you yourself standing up. Because before you could join a party, you were an ordinary citizen. So let's agree that the CDC does not want to act. Will you give up on yourself? Will you give up on your country? Let understand now. And you say you're part of a political party. Let agree. And you decided to go to the political party because the political party must seek your interest. Let agree that the CDC, as CDC, they say we're not seeking your interest. Will you give up on your country? Will you allow these people to proceed the way they are proceeding? Whole day you sit down, you put your whole faith in party. Let's agree you subscribe to a party because the party's ideology. Let's agree that CDC is not doing anything as CDC. Will you give up on your country? That's why we had always said we need a sound civil society movement. And thank God Moba Molu and his team, they came already in time. But just like God was doing everything for good, because as CDC was leaving the stage and going for Moba Molu was resigning from active politicking and going straight into civil society movement. That's just God. God will use some faces that you may not even like or whatever see, but He uses those faces so that because He knows that the time is coming and there must be somebody to stay there at that time. I am going to use a different approach, and that's how God works. God says, and God will always say that, God says, I'm going to use a different approach to heal Liberia's problems. And I'm not going to use the regular approach that we always have, politicians and standing, having protests here and there. No, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use a different approach, and that approach is going to be the necessary approach, a most prudent approach. And that's why we have Molu and his entire team. They are working out there in your communities. You allow these people to take you off the streets. They did all kinds of things. Today, Fonati then detained at the police center, at the police prison. Processing them to court for what nothing happened. Because they are all fire experts they brought here the last time. What did they do? What did they say? They say incendiary fire by nature. Do you know what they call incendiary fire? They did not mention the word arson. In all their experts they brought here, they never mentioned the word arson. Today, they say they're going for arson. Because they are instructed. Gregory Coleman, every time he says in meeting with people, when people raise professional question to him, Gregory Coleman will depart away from that professional question by saying he was instructed. Meaning Gregory Coleman is not operating professionally. Every meeting they're having, are having no meetings, are having no updates on the meetings every time. Every time people raise professional question to Gregory Comer, he will depart away from that question by answering in a very unprofessional way by saying that the instruction they have given him. Are you a professional person? That's Gregory for you. That's Gregory for you. So where are we? Why are you guys sitting down and of course saying that the other day you say you won't be disappointing pointer? Oh, so you don't want to look, you don't think that it rests with you and you got to be you and you have to do what you can to stand up? Ain't that saying you're disappointed in what? In where? What it is? You can't be disappointed. You seen it? This country is an interesting country. Honorable Cooper is not part of that thing. No. That trick they are playing. These people, they are trick. Look, they're just doing everything to just get you at where it is. But Mama Molo in the communities, you are seeing him there. And that will be the time to speak.
Yeah,
So, let me speak with Mama Molu. I'm telling you, that's the only hope. And God has his own way of doing it. God took the young man from politics and said, go into civil society because there's nobody there to speak for the people. You have to rally the people. And that's why he's there now today. The man is passing around in the communities here and there. Whether you like it or not, the man has condemned opposition people for doing things. He has been balanced. That's what civil society actors do. So the man is into the communities. Let me hear from Mama Molu. I think he's on the line now with me. Mama Molu, how you doing, sir? How's everything with you?
how you doing, AB? Everything is okay. I'd like to say thank you to you. You do a great job, and I'm sure the Liberian people celebrate your achievement on the radio. You are providing consciousness, and we are grateful to you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate all of that. Now, let's go on. Your community engagements are ongoing as we speak. And I know I saw a lot of video images and out there, and you are going on for the July 17 and I protest here and there. What are the feedback so far with the exception of those videos that we are seeing out there?
Well, first of all, you know, we have put in motion a set of strategies towards July 17,
Okay.
which has been declared as the Day of the People.
Okay.
So we have set up different structures. As I speak to you, by tomorrow, we will be announcing structures for various districts that will be providing leadership towards the July 17th peaceful protest as we move closer to the date. Now we were in Stockton Creek yesterday. It will impress you to know that Liberians in their numbers converged yesterday at Stockton Creek, where the police had gone to demolish people's homes using a rate from the court that is obviously an exploitation of corruption by judges that don't care about justice, but that are much more concerned about lining their own pockets. So when they called upon us to visit the community, we were there yesterday. In fact, another meeting has been scheduled for tomorrow. As I speak to you now, they are still there in a preparatory meeting for tomorrow's much bigger platform that will provide a basis for the people to stand up, because they said to me that police have said that they will be visiting that community on Saturday to demolish homes. Okay, being used by a woman who is producing deed that dates back to the 50s, claiming to own the entire Stockton Creek community of more than 20,000 residents who went through different struggles to own properties.
Okay.
And so Stan went there and we told them, don't be afraid. As a matter of fact, if the police will be coming here on Saturday, they will come and beat us here. So we went there today, we moved PA system there, we are sending rights there, and we will be there tomorrow. So there will be thousands of people tomorrow that will be converged in Stockton Creek community, just to provide consciousness and to also begin to prepare for the Day of the People, which is going to be July 17th. So similar thing is taking place in other communities. You saw the videos from West Point. It was fantastic. It demonstrated the people's resolve for July 17th. They are prepared. And we are not just going places and putting on videos. We are building structures in these communities that people, when we leave these communities, we leave people behind that are working, mobilizing people, and doing different things towards the 17. So as I speak to you, we have thrown into motion Operation Envelope that will envelope the entire Monrovia and its surroundings, preparing the ground, printing t-shirts. We will also be printing t-shirts in different communities. We will cut screens in district, we'll cut screens in counties. And so the process is ongoing and it's going to be huge. We expect at the least, we expect worst case scenario, at least 100,000 Liberians that will be turning out on the 17th of July to demonstrate and say loudly the bad governance, rising poverty, rising corruption, impunity, injustices. Enough is enough. So the Liberian people are ready and they are gearing up, and I'm so proud that God has placed upon my shoulders the grace, which humbles me a lot, to work with people like you, good citizens like you, with the communities. I mean, community leaders, community chairpersons, women leaders, youth leaders across the non-political process to stage a fight that will protect our democracy and save the soul and spirit of our republic, as Mr. Boakai is trampling underfoot the root of law and abusing all the different precepts, all the different yardsticks, all the different rudiments of democracy. We must rise to say, Mr. Boakai, this country is not your farm. Enough is enough. It's time to restore to a democratic process that makes sense. It's time to restore democratic governance. It's time to put the interest of the people first. It's time to respect the rule of law. It's time to give justice to the poor. It's time to balance equilibrium when it comes to economic governance, when it comes to social justice issues, women's rights, etc., etc. So we are ready and prepared. The 17th of July, 2025 in Monrovia and other major cities will show to the world the Liberians are tired with the excesses of governance, and they will be standing up tall in the overwhelming number to say enough is enough.
Wow, that's great. And of course, happy to hear that. Now, the issue there is we have just 40 days to that. And if you check the number of days between today and that of July 17, we have pretty close to 40 days and left for that. Now, today, the entire country is confused. A lot of things are happening. The entire leadership, and not that, but a leading figure who had been in this country, and of course, who was at the helm of everything that started this country for almost 6 months and so forth, despite Speaker Richard Kuhn coming up to say they created tension today, and he and 4 others, Fanatico 5 and 4 others, are spending their first night and behind bars on the detention at the police headquarters. What Stan has to say about this?
Well, we are releasing a statement very soon. In the next 15 minutes, you will have it with you. And I beg your indulgence to kindly play it for the listening audience.
Okay.
So there's an official position statement that we are releasing very soon in the next 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And will be on your desk.
Okay.
Having said that, today demonstrates the behavior of the Liberian National Police under the auspices of the Ministry of Justice, of course, under the command of Mr. Boakai or President Boakai. It has been demonstrated that Liberia's democracy is in the decline. We are in retrogression. Boakai has successfully returned us to the days of the 60s, the days of the 70s, and the early 80s, where rule of law was non-existent. What he has demonstrated today is a clearest example of his lack of interest in national peace, in national security, and in stability. Governance under this president has been threatened today by an action that is arbitrary, that does not make any sense. First and foremost, let's analyze the details of the entire process that culminated into this political witch hunt. We call this a witch hunt and political persecution of people perceived to be enemies of the regime.
Mm-hmm.
You had a speakership fight that was clearly endorsed and supported by the president. The president took sides. How do I know that? When the Supreme Court ruled that all actions, all processes of the majority bloc were considered ultra viral, or were declared and condemned as ultra viral, which meant that they were condemned, they were lawless, they were illegitimate, and there should be a return to status quo ante. I have never seen a presidency in the entire and some the somber history of the country. I've never seen a presidency that is so contemptuous of the rule of law, that so much invalidates the rule of law, that has no regard for constitutional democracy. When the Supreme Court speaks, an elder of 50 years experience in democratic governance who ought to know that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of justice. When the court speaks, it is final. There is no one else in the country should place himself above the rulings of the Supreme Court. But you saw President Blanket, he didn't really challenge, he trampled under for the Supreme Court's ruling, challenged it and disregarded that ruling. That demonstrates to us that the country is on a plane of moral decline. Lawlessness has become the order of the day. He challenged it, undermined it, and said, in essence, go to hell to the Supreme Court. So what that has done is that it subjected judges of the court to fear. It subjected them to a situation of political intimidation, that whenever the president says jump, they wouldn't be saying wow jump, they would be asking how high. So a telephone call is all that is needed now for the Supreme Court of Liberia to carry out the whims and the caprices of the presidency. So that's what, so the president fighted himself into that brouhaha when he disregarded and trashed underfoot the Supreme Court's ruling. That's one. Two, the Supreme Court first ruling before Mr. Kofa filed the Bill of Information was criminally interpreted by the Justice Minister, who misinterpreted, who used or diverted the ruling of the court to suit his own political aggrandizement or his own political agenda. He lied about the ruling and used the ruling to arm the police to move against a perceived enemy. In this case, Speaker Kofa. So when the Justice Minister did that, he factored himself into the debate. He became a party to a fight in the legislature. He was no longer neutral. He had taken sides with Rachel Kuhn. That's two. The third thing is, you are claiming that the Capitol building was burnt and Speaker Kofa and others are suspects. But then the jurisdiction of that Capitol building premises was then protected by the Liberian National Police. Bypassed police authorities and lit the Capitol building to ashes from the roof. How come? So why could not government subject police officers that were on duty that night to the criminal investigation? So they ignore that. Beyond that, is also speculated, if it is established as a fact, that one of the actors, one of the leaders of the majority black, slept at the Capitol building that night. Kofa, he either slept there or spent a long period there on the eve of the fire incidents. He is not indicted. So all these different establishments build a case that there is a motive behind the indictment or the arrest of Speaker Kofa and others. This whole indictment is a political witch hunt. It's a targeted misuse of constituted authority. It is an abuse of power. They are not putting them beyond power because they committed crime. They are then incarcerated because they are perceived as enemies of the presidency. What is their crime? For simply standing up to dictatorship, for simply standing up to tyranny, is why Mr. Kofa and others are spending time beyond bars tonight. And we condemn this. This is witch hunt to the highest. We have demanded in the statement to be released very soon that Speaker Kofa and all others that were arrested before him or that will be arrested after him or in line with this process or this incident be released unconditionally, because the arrests have been abused, the arrests have been violated, and Mr. Barker will bear the full responsibility of anything that happens to the indicted persons who have been indicted without any legal basis, but simply on the basis of a speculative investigation that is intimidating them, that is oppressing them, and that is making sure their rights are violated. The police in this process and the NSA have now been weaponized as instruments of oppression against peaceful citizens. And Liberia will rise up. It'll we are not going to bow to dictatorship.
I trust.
We will not submit ourselves to dictatorship.
You're right.
Liberians will rise up. We will stand up. We will challenge tyranny. We will tell Mr. Barker enough is enough. All these things that that are taking place simply point to the need, the imperative of a peaceful that will unravel. Send a clearer message to Mr. Barker and others that enough is enough.
Wow. And so, Molu, thank you so much. I'll wait for that statement and I will be able to play it or read it out. And I'm just waiting for it before the show ends. Thank you so much, and for this statement, your initial statement in relation to what's happening today in the capital. And but again, before you take leave of us, you said Operation Envelope, Monrovia or Monserrado County. You said Operation Envelope.
Operation Envelope, Monserrado.
Monserrado.
That is the pathway to July 17th. Monserrado. The continuous engagement of our operators, our mobilizers, our recruiters in every segment of the community. If you are there listening to the sound of my voice and you are not on a team, build your own team. If you are in the church, build your own team. Make yourself here. Have secretary, have youth chair, have women chair. This is about the redemption of our country, and don't be left out. Stand up, take a position, take a role, and rally the country for July 17th, when the Liberian people will be saying very loudly, enough is enough. Thank you, EB.
Oh, yes, great. Thank you, Moba Molu. Now it's getting very, very clear. And thanks to the Liberian people, both the government and that of other opposition figures, you can see it clearly that Moba Molu is standing independent as a civil society actor, because many of you out there as we speak, you are saying the CDC not doing anything because CDC is a political party. Now, Moba Molu, as a civil society actor, he's doing this. So we can subscribe to him, and that is it. And of course, Prince Sheriff just joined us up and right here tonight. Prince Sheriff, how's up, man? How's everything, boss, man? How's everything with you?
Yeah, well, we gave God the glory, but again, until we can see a total restoration of justice in Liberia, until we can see the government respecting the rule of law, which in January they took oath to defend and protect. All is now well from our end, but we are grateful to still have the breath, in our lungs. So we are here.
We are here. Okay, so folks, you were able to hear from Moba Molu and of course Operation Envelope, Monserrado County. So wherever you are, you have your own structure put in place. You can be your own leader or whatever it is. Moba Molu will work with you here in this team. This team we are saying enough is enough, enough is enough. And that is one I'm supporting because it runs in line with my ideology and policy. What I said, protest staged by civil society actors, I'm in for it. And that's why I'm doing this. So I'm very grateful to the Almighty God. That's why we are supporting everything Moba Molu is doing. We have 40 days to that protest that will lock down Liberia. I'm not saying it will lock down Liberia. Maybe that could be something else, but it will lock down Liberia. I don't know whether it's going to be a day's protest or so forth, but it's going to lock down Liberia. And I can tell you for sure, we are certainly getting there. A friend of mine called me from the Gambia and said that what he's hearing, and of course, other investors are getting to be scared unless that is here. In fact, they said unlike the June 7 protests or so forth, which of course they have a government that will build investors' confidence in the wake of all of that. This one, they know that it's going to be the clash of the titans. And so investors are not putting anything. In fact, goods that are coming to the country, other people bringing their goods to the country now, they are putting high insurance tag on it now because they are not too sure that they will be able to have their money and everything back now that they are coming back, because they know that it's going to be the people versus the government. And maybe I'll end up with something else. That is what political pundits, people who are reading, that's what they are saying, because they know that the government here is very intolerant towards protest. So they know what's going to be happening. And that is where we are. We are very grateful. Prince, here we are. Today, things have happened. And of course, Fonati Kofa and I for us and Abu Dixing and the rest, they are behind bars as we speak.
Teacher Life, the CDC and His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will now fall to the fear tactics, the intimidation, the arbitrary arrest of innocent citizens and political, actors, especially from the end of the opposition basically CDC. We will not fall to that particular, trap or the trick of Mr. Boyka. One thing we must understand is that from day one, Mr. Boyka has exhibited in clear tone that for him, he will have no respect for the rule of law. He will not respect the Constitution. He will lead the way he deemed necessary. So it is very clear to all of us as Liberians. And this is the reason why some of us, we have decided to put our all into this particular protest, because it is void of political institution, because it has nothing to do with any political party. Because what is happening, the disrespect for the rule of law, does not know anybody who is associated with politics. I'll give you an example, my brother AB. When the government sent police in King Jaw to massacre our people, they were not asking whether you are sedition or you are unity partisan. They wasn't asking the question. When the students of the Republic of Liberia, when the students who were affected by the government, lackadaisical attitude towards teachers, when these students got on the street and called government attention, when government responded by sending police officers to fire live bullet at these students, the bullet that they were sending, it wasn't asking you be CDC person cha or you be unity person cha. It wasn't asking that question. Those deaths that we are seeing happening on the streets on a daily basis, and the government is doing nothing. These deaths that are orchestrated by the system and by the security apparatus led by Joseph Numa Boyka is not asking whether you are a sedition or you are a unity partisan. The suffering today that is imposed on us, which is artificial and which is the hands of Joseph Numa Boyka workings, is not asking whether you are a sedition or you are a unity partisan or you are ALP member or you are working a member. This is the reason why we are encouraging our people. Look, but enough is enough. This nonsense must stop. This nonsense must stop. If you think that the United States Embassy will be able to speak for you, you lie. They will not talk for you. If you think that the EU will speak for you, you are lying. They will not speak for you, because you have a system in place, and that system is supposed to ensure that the rule of law is respected. That system is supposed to ensure that you, as people, that they govern according to the law. So why cry behind the US when you have a constitution, when you have a constituted government? Why cry behind President Weah? Look, President Weah will not fall for this particular thing. We know, like you rightly said from the very onset, this is a plan, this is a ploy to be able to, denigrate His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah and openly assassinate him. And openly assassinate, because if President Weah will put his face into this, I'm telling you, these people are brave enough. If they can go to the party headquarters, collect what we call fictitious document from West Point, and enter the party headquarters and shoot at people and destroy property, today what comes of it? So if President Weah will put his face into this, these people are brave enough to send assassin to his house. They will send it there tonight. Tonight. They will send assassin to his house tonight, and they will be able to eliminate him. So we will not fall for that. Like he rightly said, these lawmakers are from communities. These lawmakers are from our own environment. They are from our surroundings. And this is the reason why we will stand up to this. We are calling Liberians. Look, enough is enough of Mr. Boyka dictatorial tendency. It's enough. You cannot have an old 80-year-old man who is moving with battery in your heart, hold 5.4 million people hostage. What kind of nonsense is this? And then you sitting down, you crying on one party. President Weah. Look, this is above President Weah. It is above President Weah. This is above any individual that has a political tie. This is Liberia. We must fight for the soul. We must fight for the life of this particular nation. Can we continue like this in silence, fellow Liberians, and allow this 80-year-old weakling, here a gangster, to continue to cajole and to continue to disrespect the rule of law, and we think that all is well? What kind of nonsense is this? A nation that was once respected on the pedestal of democratic, what we call a respect, today is going down the drain and nobody is talking. Where are the churches? Where are those so-called other civil societies that used to be under the regime of President Weah, that every day they will gather people on street? Where are they? Why are they not talking? Liberians, it is about time that you stand up or you die in silence. And we have chosen the path to stand up and not to die in silence. This is too much. Look at what is happening. These innocent people, they are kept behind bars. When we have confessed and open criminals still walking around, don't you know what, how you call Rachel Kuhn said? This particular regime speaker, when he said he apologized to the Liberian people, everything that happened, within these periods of months, they were the cause. So you leave a man who is an open and confessed criminals, and you put people who are innocent behind bar. This must stop. And the Liberian people will rise up to this tyrant called Joseph Numa Boyka. Enough is enough. This nonsense will not continue. And we must speak out. And that we will do come July 17. That we will do beginning tomorrow. That we will begin to do. Since Mr. Boyka wants to be reckless after receiving power on a civil platform, since Mr. Boyka wants to disrespect the rule of law, that today makes him president and think that we'll be quiet, wash up, Mr. Boyka. We will tell you that Liberia is not your personal property. Liberia is not you. It's not for you. It's not your NGO or your whatever that you have. It is for the Liberian people. This nonsense must stop. This will stop. This will stop.
All right, Prince, you are 100% right, and I support you 100%. Every statement made, and I think it has to, and it will stop. And people are taking it for granted. The end of Boakai is almost at hand, and the end of Boakai's behavior is almost at hand, and by extension, it could be the end of Boakai himself. So the end of Boakai is almost at hand, and so he has to stop it because everyone else is aware that something wrong is going on in this country. And I think for those of you who are out there, you know exactly what it is. The churches are silent, and they are always been silent. I don't know why they are, but again, it's up to them. But the fact of the matter is, other church leaders are standing up, and we respect them for that. Thank you so much for being there. It's not time to be in fear, because the idea is everything that happening to us here is affecting every one of us. If you stay in fear for people not calling you names, say you political, this, that, is your business. You got to speak out. You got to speak out. Where the nation is going, the day war in the country, you will not get church to go to. The day war comes in this country, the day war comes in this country, I'll put it broadly, maybe so that you know it. The day instability comes in this country, your churches can be looted. Let me tell you for sure. So sit down and think that you are free from people who not go to church. People can go to church to loot from there. Your members will be affected. You will be affected. You get homes. That church that you're building, you the pastor or whatever it is, you get homes. Those homes can be visited and looted. That's why when these things are happening, the mess rules are happening, everybody needs to stand up. Everybody needs to stand up. And we are saying it. And you'll see the wrong things happening. Just sitting there, the country is going down. Just want to go, yeah, we are saying it, and we are coming up all of the time, and we are telling you people that this is what it is that is happening. You're sitting down, you're closing your mouth. You say, me and Pastor, I'm putting my sayings out. Sit down. That conflict can you putting your sayings out, right? Conflict will shop you inside. The way it will drag you. And you saw some of your pastor and people were telling you, there's a guy who was my friend Prince. I just want to share with you. Look, during the war time, we had to cross from New Georgia and go to the land control area to go for rice. I will not call the man name. We went there, no lawyer guy, and grabbed the guy. They told the pastor, say, curse your man. If you curse your man, you will not pass here with the rice. The man insulted a man just for you to pass with the rice. Ready from me. The guy looked at him because he introduced himself as pastor. He said, I'm pastor. The guys told him. They told him, say, curse your man. If you curse your man, you will not pass here with the rice. In fact, we'll kill you. That guy insulted his man. Just a man has ever done anything to him before. That is the thing we are talking here. You will not be exempt from it. Whether you like it or not, you don't want to put yourself inside now, right? Let JMB do whatever he wants to do. You think people will allow it to work? Even if you don't want to put yourself inside, you think people will allow it to work? There's a day of reckoning. All the police people you see, they left their homes, their wife and children. They are sitting to the police station, and all the riot police are all over the place tonight. They are sleeping in the cold. And they are waiting, thinking that people will come. There will be reprisal, all those things. They are there. Right? Good. You just think people don't know where they live or whatever it is. People will be able to retaliate. You think that every police officer happy with it? There is a police officer that walked out of the investigation room today and say, I'm not here for this kind of thing. I'm not here to put myself inside. This thing you people do is very, very wrong. I'm not going to be part of it. There are police who are not going to be in support of these things. They are standing up and they will speak out. When the real time comes, you will see it. Even at the level of the military. You think that everybody happy with it? When they say the country is divided, you think when they say a whole nation is divided, you think it's a good thing? it means the military divided, the police divided, everyone else divided. That's what it means when they say the country is heavily divided. And you sit there in comfort and you're acting like you want to sit, you don't want to say anything, and I want for my knee to be out. Sit down there. And you think whatever it is that your member will say, you lie. Not everybody Christian in this country. There may be some kind of Muslim person you will bother with, will deal with you any kind of way. Not everybody respect your position or your religion or whatever it is. Do you think they have time for that? You'll be sitting there, you'll be passing around. When people will retaliate, everything you do to people, there is a point that they can retaliate. Because the country is for us, it's not for Unity Party. There's a Republic of Liberia. It is not a Republic of Unity Party. All saying that there are times that people will not accept some things. And whether you go or you come down. And the whole plan, like I said, get this, you may take it for granted. God is alive. The whole plan these people have is to eliminate George Weah. Let's grab a big face. He will come. He will show face. Then somebody will come from the side. Yeah, create some kind of commotion. That whole play will not toss it. Then it gave us grounds to move in. That's all. That's the game plan. Let's just create that tension. He will show up. The moment he shows up, we'll use some hooligans around to just create instability. In propelling of the crowd, we could get at him. Meaning it was mistakenly done. That's what it is. They're doing all of these things to get at him. Because Bouaka is finished. Check in this country now, who is the only leading political figure in this country that every Liberian seeing as a fallback position in this country that only we are? There's no other alternative. No other alternative. No other alternative. Ask yourself in this country, where are the alternatives that you can look up to now? Where is the single alternative that we have in this country? That when you go anywhere, he is the only alternative people looking up to. So the guys are doing everything. They're not here to govern. They're not governing. They are on elimination spree. What they have done successfully, they started planning for 2029 ever since. They said 2029, we want for Spring Johnson to stay our way. Let K him. The K Prince Johnson already is done. They don't want to, the minute look, they're looking far ahead. You think they have a governance? No. We want for Prince Johnson to stay our way. Because tomorrow you will flip. Maybe you will go back to where we want to kind of. The guys started planning ever since. They are eliminating all along the way. They kill Prince Johnson. They remove Fanatic Kofa on the basis of what? Because they want to control the budget.
The state.
And the state. They are 2029. They don't care about governance. They are thinking about the election. They're not thinking about governance. You think your opponent really care about governance? Now your bread and butter issue that you raise here, that's what they were going to be thinking about. You don't know what they were going to be raising issue about. You hear them talk about that anymore. You hear them talk about rate anymore. You hear them publishing about gas price anymore. They don't care about those things now. All they care about is how to use the police, the state security. I said Gregory Coleman in all of the meetings that have been held, he will always tell his professional colleagues that I have been instructed. He departs away from professionalism. Every time, even if it's a joint security meeting, and you know other guys from the other side, professional guys are raising questions in that meeting. He said that the instruction I have. So the police is now serving as the chair of the joint security in all of those meetings that have been held. Because Oswald Tuai is sitting back, of course, sending his own instruction then he sits back. That's why it's going on. And our country is going down. And you think people will not be yet?
And surprisingly, Teacher Light, from the information that we have gathered, like you rightly said, there are even hierarchy of the Liberian National Police who are deeply dissatisfied. And there is a great level of dissatisfaction now as I speak to you in the hierarchy relative to what is going on. There are individuals, higher ups who have decided that, look, we will not compromise the value of policing or will not compromise our image for a political, what we call a case here. If we will be able to investigate, let's look at the merit in the case. Let's look at the merit in the case, and this is why it's not happening. So even earlier today, there were some of these higher ups that were supposed to be involved in the questioning, like you rightly said, that have said, no, we will not be involved into this because we're seeing that it is not ethical, it is not professional, this is not policing. So the police now, as I speak to you, is seriously divided. The police is seriously divided. Mr. Boyka that should be looking after the welfare of the Liberian people. This man is endorsing people who are abusing the Liberian people. We're listening to the clip when he went to what you call the place in Nima County, the Asla Meta area. These people are noted for abusing our people, taking Liberian and making you to become contractor for almost 6 to 7 months, 8 months, up to a year, not giving you employment. But Mr. Boyka went there and said that in fact the war, even satisfaction is even small. This man is saying that he is pleased with how you have been treated in Liberia by these people who have come to invest in your soil, by these people who are taking your resources. Mr. Boyka is saying that he is overwhelmingly satisfied with the way you are treated. I'm listening to a clip from a brother who was actually abused from the B Mountain investment company in Kinjo that is losing his site. One Josie panel that is losing his site. And up to now, the company have done absolutely nothing. Look at the place our people are sleeping. Quite recently, we heard the labor minister saying that he gave almost about 10,000 permits to these people to come and do what kind of work? Day-board work, sweeping work, writing receipt, and the other thing. So this government does not care about the people's concern. They are not care about how you feel as a people. And this is the reason why we must stand up to this tyrant called Joseph Numa Boyka, because they does not care about how you feel. They don't want to know. Look at what Boyka said in his address, the cabinet retreat that they just had. The man said the country is proceeding in the right direction. Or you call a country proceeding in the right direction when people are dying in the hands of police officers and nobody is brought to justice? Or you say the country is proceeding in the right way? The man said the country is okay.
You're right.
When people are dying in police cells and at these police stations that these people are dying, nobody from this police station are even called or investigation is even launched. Then you say all is well, fellow Liberians. Look, these people have come just as they promise you, that if they don't win, there will be no Liberia. Now that they've won this particular election, they are doing everything to ensure that Liberia is under their full control. That's what they are doing. And it will not work. It will not work. Look at all the steps that we are seeing. They have disrespected the court, which every one of us supposed to run to in order to give us justice, void of your political affiliation, void of your tribal affiliation. So that is the only place that we can run to, that will look at all of us, whether you are tall, you are short, whether you have money or not, that will look at us with equal eyes under the rule of law. Look at what happened. Mr. Boyka has intimidated the court. When the court said these people who you've taken from, these, these positions that is enshrined in the Constitution, that are constitutionally, allocated to them, this tenure position, that you must reinstate them. What did he do? He disrespected the court and turned blind eyes on it and not even listening to it. And he's doing his own thing. Let's look at what happened at the central bank. He lied on Talu and said that this XYZ, at the end of the day, when the man ran to the court, what did he do? He called him and said, "Oh, man, anything here from the court." The man is abusing the presidency, and this is terrible. Joseph Numa Boyka is abusing the presidency for his own self-ego. Joseph Numa Boyka is weaponizing the presidency against the people. So we should not sit there as Liberians. And there's the reason why those of us in the US, if it calls for us to collect every dime from our account to support this July 17 peaceful protest, we will do it. Because we will not be like them. Yesterday, we know what they did. Yesterday, when the late President Samuel Kanyando was president, when they came here to the United States, they collected money. And what did they do with that money? They put people in the butchers of Liberia to wage war against the government that led to the death of almost 250 plus thousand Liberians losing their lives. Today, we will not collect money to go in the butchers. We'll collect money as enshrined in our constitution to ensure that Mr. Boyka lead. We will not take money to buy arms and ammunition, but we will collect money, those of us in the US and everywhere around the world, we will collect money to ensure that Mr. Boyka listening to voice of reasoning. This is completely preposterous. This is completely unorthodox. Liberia has turned to a banana republic in less than no time. What is happening? And Liberians are seated comfortably. I mean, permanent Liberian that should be speaking. Where is the church? The church that yesterday gave out a platform to people who have abused the democratic process of our country. Why are they not speaking? What happened to the women grouping around the world? Why are they not speaking? What happened to Lima Bowie? Why is it that there is no statement from people like Lima Bowie? What is happening to her? So this is to tell you, especially those of you, the masses, that look, to protect democracy is upon your shoulder. Because at the end of the day, if anything happens, these people have their passports. They have their passports that they can get right to the RRA, and before you go look, they will be in the next plane. But it is you that is all the way in Genewene. It is you that is all the way in Pokpa. It is you that is all the way in Bokonjiri. It is you that is all the way there in West Point, that your children will be used and they will be abused. You cannot sit down and see this kind of thing happening. The place that we have come from as a nation, the respect that we have gained internationally is gradually eroding, and we are seated and looking at an 80-year-old weakling to do this kind of thing. Where have we slipped as Liberians? Is it a crime for us to exercise our democratic rights, even though we know that the election was stolen, but say, okay, we allow Joseph Numa Boyka to lead? Is this our reward for our children to be abused and nothing coming out of it? For us to wake up every morning and see day ballet on the streets? Is this our reward for the government to be able to increase taxes and nothing is done? For corruption to be all over the place? Look at what is happening at the MCC. You have a CFA who is connected with the system, a CFA who is connected with the vice president, with the president's wife, Madam Katumu Boyka. Look at what is happening, double dipping at the level of the MCC, and nothing is done. Look at what happened with Ami Moda. He walked away with impunity and nothing happened. Look at what is happening. We are sitting down and Mr. Boyka has institutionalized corruption and is weaponizing those entities and this government, how you call wings that is supposed to protect us. He is weaponizing them against us. Then we think all is well. This is a disgrace. And that's why we must speak out. Since those who are supposed to speak out has refused to speak out, we must speak out. Since those who are supposed to act have refused to act, we the commoners, we must act, because it is we the first people that will feel the weight if anything happens. We will feel the weight. We don't even have transport to leave from Douala to even come on Broad Street. So talk less about leaving from Liberia to run to Sierra Leone or to run to Ghana. We do not have it. And that's why we must speak out. At the end of the day, it is the poor people that will feel the burnt of whatever that is happening. And it's like Mr. Boyka is preparing this country. This country is almost like on a time bomb to be exploded. And we must save this country. We must save this country from the hands of Boyka.
You're right.
This is enough.
You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. And I think you wouldn't have said it better than you've done. And we are here, and I looking forward to seeing what happens in the coming times. But everything we're predicting, they are now falling in place. And we are certainly getting there. And I always told you, for good or bad reasons, we are getting there. Whether you like it or not, I just believe something will happen. And something terrible will happen. We're just praying to the Almighty God that those He can save, He will save them. But where we are now, these are all recipes for chaos. And whether you like it or not, you can't avoid it. These are all recipes for chaos. And you can see it clearly that we are where we are and doing what we are doing. And we are grateful to the Almighty God for this. And we are very, 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 very happy that at least all of you is glaring right before your own eyes. I'm not talking about those Unity Party animals. I told you that any animal you can put on them, that's it. Whether that dog, that cat, or meat, any kind of way you want to call it, but they are animals. So their level of thought, their class of thoughts is not as compared to ours as humans. So we are here tonight, and we are telling you that the Unity Party people, they are cursed. And they are the cursed people in the land. And because they are at the helm of power, that's why you and myself feeling it. Because when blessed people are at the helm of power, the cursed people impact can be felt too much in the nation. But when the cursed people are at the top of any nation, the impact can be felt anyhow. So you see, that's why we are to where we are, right? So everything else we are talking here tonight, nobody should sit there and say that party thing. I always hear the party this, that. It's not about party thing. God is using His own approach in a way that He thinks. he can take Unity Party up forever. Unity Party will be done forever. Let me get you certain information. Oh, Prince, they didn't tell you? Yesterday, Sylvester Graceby dropped in his office from what I understood. He dropped in his office from what I understood. Yeah, he dropped in his office. And someone was telling me that he's not in the country or so forth yet. And I'll still try to check it up. That's why. They say he dropped in his office. Someone was telling me. But I'm still seeing whether he's in the country or they said he flew into America.
Wow. Dropped in his office. And it is not surprising, Teacher Light. It is not surprising. Because right now, the way the country is going, look, these people, the way they are leading, they themselves are very uncomfortable with what is happening. They themselves are very uncomfortable because their international partners are not giving any good signal of their own rating. They do not have any good rating. Can you imagine this man have traveled the world over, Joseph Numa Boyka, since he took over? Can you tell me what are the favorable response that we have received from our international partners? Absolutely nothing. Look at the ratings of this government, even locally. We are not talking about these political induced, how you call rating around here, but go to the market. And these interviews that are being conducted speaks volume of how our people are feeling. Quite recently, look at their own barometer, Afro barometer, this report that was put out there by one Taylor, who is also, a stooge of the regime. Even the report is not even in favor of the government, even though they said 50-50, which is a blatant lie, because we are on the ground, we understand what is going on, but look at what is happening. So for such a man to drop, it is not strange. It is not strange. There is nobody that will be able to subdue the voices of the masses, and you will stand and think that you are enjoying. Look, karma has a way of coming back at you. So it is not surprising. It is not surprising. Joseph Numa Boyka is now using the Liberian people budget to be able to make himself feel very comfortable. Look at Joseph Numa Boyka now. What is happening? Look at what is happening. When JFK is lying in ruin, when dialysis, imagine dialysis machines that should be ready at all times for Liberians. The only dialysis machine that was left there by President Weah is broken. But yet Joseph Numa Boyka is spending almost $3.8 million on a bid that was already consummated by the previous government, that was already sealed by the previous government. He is spending $3.8 million on that particular United Nations seat that he has no even $5 to even spend. And it was already for us as Liberians. But this man is spending money when JFK is lying in ruin. This man is spending such a huge amount on motorcar, $1.something million on his car, when the students at the University of Liberia don't even have a public bus. This man is spending money lavishly and foolishly when people at JFK, doctors, nurses, health workers at JFK don't even have a means of transportation. This government has come to subdue the Liberian people, and it showed that money is in their pocket. Look at what is happening. People like our own brother, a young brother that should be seeking the welfare of the Liberian people, Patrick Horner, is using pretty close to $3,000 for his generator. The last time we listened to the central bank governor, Samora, who is, a relative of Joseph Numa Boyka, this man told the Liberian people that he is making $7,000 every month for just daily use, just to communicate and other expenses. This man told us that he's making $5,000. He is entitled. In fact, in that interview, he said, "I am entitled to $5,000 every month for housing allowance." When the poor people there all the way in Baba don't even have a means to sleep, when they are breaking down homes, when they are destroying properties, one person will just jump on and go somewhere and say, "Okay, we claim the almost 80 acres of land. It's for us," and government is doing nothing. We have now approached the rainy season. What is happening? Most of the roads are damaged. These people were able to use $22 million. They ate it. When Goodings he was called at the House of Rep to account, the House of Senate. What did he say? He offered apology and said, "My people, you're sorry, and we eat a $22 million and nothing came for inside." What did they do? He walked away free. Sometimes I ask myself, what are these public hearings? They are meant for us just to hear it, like public hearing, and no action is done. What actions have been taken by these lawmakers? But again, like you always say, and we'll continue to say, we are getting there. Whether it is in tears, whether we are crying, whether we are laughing, or whatever way, but we are getting there.
Okay, so let me just turn on this announcement from the CDC emergency meeting. They said to all members of the National Executive Committee of the CDC, National Women League of the CDC, National Youth League of the CDC, National Auxiliaries Network of the CDC, current and former CDC Legislative Caucus, executive members of the Montserrado County chapter, district executive members, zonal executive members, all Montserrado Women and Youth Leagues, date June 6, 2025. Comrades, and this is the announcement. Comrades, the National Executive Committee of the Martyr Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC, hereby summons all stalwarts, structures, and grassroots commanders to an emergency revolutionary meeting on Saturday, June 7, 2025 at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. Saturday, June 7, 2025 at 2 p.m. sharp. This critical gathering will be held at our national headquarters. This is not just another meeting. It is a strategic rallying point in defense of our movement, our legacy, and our people. The time for political drunkenness and naked arrogance over invitation attended by Mr. Boakai and his so-called rescue mission has been noted and will be accepted with urgency and resolve. Let it be known, Boakai's political arrogance has reached its end. The people's revolution is wide awake, and CDC remains ever ready to confront repression, defend democracy, and preserve the gains of our revolutionary struggle. Attendance is mandatory. Attendance is mandatory. Punctuality is non-negotiable. The stakes are high, and the call to duty is now. This is signed the National Executive Committee of the Congress for Democratic Change. Power to the people, victory to the revolution. All right, so there is a release that just came up, and I just thought to read that as well. An emergency meeting being called, and excuse is not unacceptable, and it's on tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is supposed to be the CDC gathering, and I think that gathering is going to be made, and for that, so they are going to move. As to what will happen, we don't know. Maybe next week the CDC will have something stronger doing than they were expected to have done today, because the time is not late. We are seeing some fake release, not fake release, but just cover or release coming from the Youth League of the Unity Party, talking about how they're calling for justice, how Presidio Cooper, blah, blah, blah. All the things that are fake strategy that they put in place. We know that it's not about Presidio Cooper did nothing. She did nothing. She's not involved with anything. That lady is supposed to go home free today. But they wouldn't kept her down there as covered up. The lady did nothing. We know it, she did nothing. So all the releases you're seeing down there, these people are not ready. So that's it. And you have it out there. So let's get to the lines, Prince Sheriff, and we can now pick your calls on it tomorrow. Emergency meeting at the party headquarters, all leadership, and I will have to be present, and so that you can have the next plan of actions. And that's it. So let's get to the line. Talk to you, callers. Hello. Yep. Let's hear from you quickly. Your name quickly. No time.
Yes, this is the father of Samu Rasta and putting in from point 4 to be attacked with you to the in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
You know, let me take this time to appreciate you for the for the show and for your brilliant talking point. But let me say this: President Weah is his access to this nation, and I'm very happy for President Weah within our politics. Since the involvement of President Weah in our politics, today it brought peace to our country. Can you imagine to say President Weah are going to begin to fight during the days of terror? But now the 200 lives that have been taken away in La Bloc will not be taken away. Because all what we fought for yesterday to the right today is the one that even going on to that is still more than what we even fought for. The one that even going on to the right is still more than what we fought for yesterday. But that with the involvement of President Weah into our body politic today our country has become peaceful. See what is going on to the line? Okay,
sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you. We know all the things talking. Hello, Thomas Sabo, let's hear from you quickly. Hello. Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's hear from you, Thomas.
This is Thomas and Sabo. Yeah, and I'm fully in my capacity as a press and propaganda secretary for District Number 2 Youth League.
Okay.
Or AB, let me say this. Moving forward, the CDC will endorse any other protest, and the CDC is ready to make this whole. I can assure you that Joseph Numa Bwaga will not end his tenure. This old man is just looking for a way that he will just find an excuse, and we're granting that excuse. The time for merit making in the opposition is over, AB. Beginning June 19, you will see. The people will wake up to this old man. The cities, our people think CDC, it's not we. CDC stood tall in the face of Ellen. That one reckless, panless old man, people talking about CDC. Who is Joe Parker? Who is Joe Parker? Joe Parker think he get gun in the control. There are people who saw guns. The government of Kenya, they have more army than Liberia, but the citizens rise up. They cover the entire country. The army was not able to do anything. The president has come and bow down to the country.
Right.
Then who is Joe Parker?
So tomorrow your executive meetings and your leadership meeting is tomorrow, emergency meeting, and I think it's in relation to maybe the forceful demand of the release of those people.
AB, I can assure you, the meeting tomorrow, we are not going to listen to leaders of the CDC to tell us what we will do. We are only going down there to tell them to get people on ground, and we will execute what we want to execute. We are going central to come home with our official. We are not asking Joseph Numa Bwaga. Joseph Numa Bwaga said he regularly said, and then he does everything that was happening on government.
Sabo.
Why people think opposition live?
Thank you so much, Sabo. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate that. And we get to the WhatsApp line as well. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. Our country's interest, stability is all we care for, and we are going to prioritize that the most. And how are you doing?
Hello, Abraham Gosson William.
Yeah.
This is Ronnie Washington, and I call from the Minnesota area in the United States.
Okay, let's hear from you, boss.
It is a sad day in our country.
Certainly.
A very sad day. You know, I don't think as a lot of the people understand, even our constitution, for certain lawmakers to be jailed. I don't think they even understand the constitution, and that's sad. So I really appreciate what you are doing, informing our people. The hands of information is what you are giving out to our people, and that's a laudable idea. Also, I take a great pleasure by commending the CDC for having our announcement and having the people to gather up. It's not about political differences. Right now, it's about our country. Right now, it's about Liberia. Our peace is still fragile, and I don't think the people understand that.
You're right. So fragile.
Our peace is still fragile. Gone are the days that people will take the laws into their hand and be like jungle justice. Where is the law? Where is the law? It's about time that our people rise up from their sleep and demand the justice for our people. This is so unbelievable. And I don't even want to believe that this is the Liberia that we all went through the chaos in our country.
You're right.
To make sure that the peace is being maintained. To see that Omer Bwaka will come with hooligans and make sure to disrupt our peace that we have. You see what's happening in Guinea. You see what happened in Burkina Faso. You see what happened in Niger.
You're right.
You see what happened in Mali. It's because of what the government is doing that give rise to these military juntas.
You're right.
We don't want to go there.
We don't want to go there. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We don't want to go there.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate. We don't want to go there. That's why we're always fighting and telling them to stop. We don't want to go there. We are here saying it, and they take it for granted. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Ibi? And good evening to Prince.
Okay.
Ibi, you know, Liberia is going down. Every time we say it, or we were saying it during the elections, our people did not hear us. Today, we are getting the same thing we said that day. Again, we're getting it back. Look at where our country is going. See, our nation, instead of growing, is damaging gradually.
You're right.
For you see one thing, Obi, the target of the people, the government, is President George Manuel Weah. Let me warn every citizen.
we can stand up without just we are.
Yeah.
Because they want to erase him. Because the first thing local government guys are doing, they want to make sure that because they said that John Weah did nothing in 6 years, whatever he has started and they are ending today, they're trying to erase it. They just trying to erase him. When you speak to any United Party partisan, when they were speaking the front of man, I had to say, you don't even have brain. Maybe, look, I nearly insulted one of my brothers. My friend,
causing good.
And brother from
causing good. You
I nearly insulted him
because then you pass.
I posted on my page.
Bunch of dogs.
Yes, I posted on my page.
Yeah.
That citizen for life.
Okay.
He's looking at me and telling me, take that thing for a head when I'm wearing my parents. I nearly insulted him by posting, but I told him, I said, you know why? I did not insult you because you're my brother, but don't next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Musa. Thank you, Musa. Let me get on to Janje Bakwe. What's up? How's everything with you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I just read an announcement just now, and you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware of the announcement.
Okay.
And this is not just an announcement.
Okay.
This is a wake-up call for all Liberians to understand that enough is enough. Maybe people are celebrating our seat, non-permanent seat. Today, political opponents have been taken to jail, to prison, for crime they did not commit. Even early that people thought you were tyrannical, you didn't do this. You're taking a man, you dethrone as speaker, and you take it here and other people to jail. Some more today, AP will be haunted. I'm saying this to you.
You're right.
Because we stand for the right thing for our country. But I want to say to you, tomorrow, early in the morning, I'll be at the HQ at the headquarters. We make our position known. If we die alone, we die alone. This is a critical point of the country history. That no man must turn their back on the survivability of this country. Few people who believe that they got 0.5% to win the election will not run out of this country. We want to be clear and uncategorical. It's very clear and make it clear to the people that enough is enough. President Baka, you were elected to do a piece of job for the people. Although your election was very critical and infinitesimal to tell that the Liberian people were winning for you.
You're right.
But there are few people who want to jeopardize the peace of this country.
You're right.
Because of their own selfish interest. And we're not sitting and allow it to happen.
And tomorrow I look forward to seeing what comes out of that meeting, and not just what comes from it, but the action that follows.
You see citizens not do any rocking acts on it, right?
Yeah.
Who are the police sent today? Nobody act. People went there in solidarity. But there will be a full-grown conclusion of what will happen in next week to come.
Okay.
This is very unbearable.
Okay.
And we're not
and if it will leave to y'all got to ready strike. Y'all got to strike. For me, there you go. Hello, how you doing? Musa.
Good evening.
Musa, what's up? Musa Connor, let's hear from you, Chief.
So the announcement say it all.
Okay.
But I want to add on and speaking in my official capacity, and we will be there in our official capacities tomorrow.
Okay.
To call on the 17 districts of Mosorado County, the zones and cells, and adjacent county coordinator and county chairperson to be in full attendance tomorrow.
Okay.
We have to cut it off. And if you believe and know that you are a sedition, a sympathizer, or whether you are a reaction, tomorrow is just one of those days. Show up. And tomorrow is just not the end. We're not just calling just for a meeting, but there will be an action plan, and we as sedition must execute every single mandate that will be released tomorrow. We must. And it is a must. Enough is enough. CDC is now weak. Seditions are now weak. We have induced a lot, but this is just the cut-off point. Wake up tomorrow and be to the ground of gravity as early as possible for the marching order. And thank you, AB, for affording us the opportunity to further strengthen the voice of our people. And thank you for everything.
All right. Thank you, my brother Musa. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this call right here on this dial. We are getting there. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Evie, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go on. Let's listen to you quickly.
Okay, this is Lion Ray, and I've known you for 27 years.
You gotta go away from where you're there. I don't know why. You getting terrible feedback here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Evie, I think most leaders of CDC have spoken. But I think the way the country is trading now, it is not about Fonati Kofa, it is not about Abu Kamara, it is not about Desi Sibo,
You're right.
it is not about Priscilla Cooper,
You're right.
but it is all about the opposition. Today I was shocked because what was expected, we could not see it. But thank God, people like Danje Barbarian are talking. And I think I need such a statement from Augustine Jangako. Jangako was the chairman of the party to speak. Because this is total humiliation to the party.
Okay.
And one good thing I can tell people for every one of us, we cannot be deterred by 2,000 police officers that even CDC can get it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. All the things you're talking. Hello, how you doing? We are certainly getting there. Let me get to Steve. Steve, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah,
Let's hear from you quickly.
Maybe I called yesterday and told you that what will happen in 2029 is what the Walker administration is starting right now.
Yeah, we all know that, Steve. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah.
So today morally, CDC was just wait the fate for CDC to sit and allow 5 of her political people, lawmakers to be taken to prison and to sleep behind bars without action, and you call it for a meeting. That morally they are being weak.
Okay.
I told you yesterday, maybe I said 2029.
Yeah, so Steve, for me, I just think let's just watch and see what comes out of this, because if you gave the accord, especially the Fonati speaker himself, he himself said that it's going to be the normal thing they will allow them to come up. That was what he thought, because they had gone there before and it happened like so. Now that it is like this, now the party can now move in. Because they see Fonati have been invited before and he moved there and he came out. And with that same confidence, he told the people he never put in much time. So let's leave it. Let's know why it is.
Maybe you just gave the information yesterday from that meeting. You told the public what the guys are planning to even arrest them from their home.
You're right. 100%. I don't know why Fonati then they didn't get it. Yeah, you see.
Wait, professional attitude you think people are going to exhibit. The reason why people didn't go to the home yesterday to have people to the home just went to have people arrested is because you blew the information out yesterday.
You're right, Steve.
And you stated that these people were going to go behind bars. It's no secret. It was said over and over. It's not just you. Everybody said that thing yesterday on the platform. That we put the people in jail. You as party said, and they take your people to jail.
You're right about that, Steve.
Brother?
Okay.
You're right. Nothing.
Okay. All right, Steve. Thank you so much, my brother, for your contribution. I appreciate that. And let's go on, and we go. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. How are you doing? I know, Prince. Yeah, you're gonna bring your party. Say they're going to meeting tomorrow. Yeah. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Ebi. How are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please go on. We're listening to you.
Yeah, Ebi. I think enough is enough, and CDC need to stop the too much talking and take action. Because even tomorrow the meeting they're calling for, there are people that are in that meeting that I don't trust them. So There are things that citizens need to do
You why you
behind
tell you
the
not trust
scene
business from?
to give them. Say that again. Hello?
You tell you not trust business from you trust the other people.
But listen, listen. There are people in that meeting here tomorrow that will be giving information to the police people and other people that are in government. Let me be very frank to you. So citizens need to form a radical covert group that will be doing some of the things for the party and making sure that the government feeds to the fire. Let me be very frank to you. Because there are people in the party that you don't trust them. I'll be frank with you. My wife tell you tomorrow people will be in that meeting there, the meeting will not end and even when the meeting will be given out. So there are things that need to be said behind the scene that we make people so know and have a radical group that will keep the government feet to the fire.
I like
I'll
that.
be friend with you.
All right, thank you so much.
Seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate your call. Let me get to our mom, then the auto, and I also on the line, and we are here. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello. Okay, sorry. Hello.
Hello, Ebi.
Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on. Your name, please.
Yeah. This is your summer Jewish friend.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, go ahead. I know now.
Yeah. You know, Ebi is so saddening. You know, I even able to listen to the radio. Yeah. I'm broken down.
No, you can't leave that.
I'm going to start to do this. The records are there. When those days, just 2 years, 2 years ago, 6 years ago, when they did all type of tapata thing, I was watching the video when the police was gone. But what today? Oh Jesus! This is my first time to see you in a glass box. And public pocket doesn't want peace at all.
Really? First time for somebody to be reckless like this. Joseph Walker.
Sorry, that for you to say, oh no, I'm in a glass door, let me maintain peace, for it is the control of what he of his government. Not willing to have no peace, not willing. Why were you intimidated like this? This is so sad thing for our nation. Very, very sad.
Okay. Thank you, sis, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on Pascal. Let's hear from you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you got to speak louder, bitch, please. I don't know.
Oh, all right. So I said thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pascal. This is Pascal.
Yeah, go on, Pascal. David, let's hear from you, please.
Oh, all right. So great. So we have gotten inspired more by the voices of our leaders. Even if they have not spoken, the unfoldings are very clear. So let people stop saying that cities is weak. I mean, sometimes it's good to be slow and come up properly. I want to believe it is our strategy. Maybe the real tension in this country, you will see it on the 17th of July. Look, you can make everybody afraid. For the people who are just not convinced that Mr. Boyka can drive the country to hell, because it's already in hell. We will not watch ourselves go to hell when we don't deserve to be in hell with him. This country, this old man who has lost all of his senses along with his gang will not say like well to hell. I can say this to you for free. On the 17th, we will speak and we will speak to their useless conscience. These people, they will get to know Liberia and Liberians on the 17th. Just jail confined for even 3 days. You know, same going as a lawyer. Just jail him. Just set the record. We will not be like you who told Mutuska from jail and give her job. For us, we are taking a letter. Mr. Boyka, you will toll it on the 17th of July. Thank you.
All right, Pascal. Thank you. Let me get on to this. Hello, how are you doing?
Let me say good evening to you and the listening audience.
Yeah.
My name is Ishmael Kamara, and I'm calling this evening from Painesville.
All right, let's hear from you.
So, I think we have shifted as a country from democracy. I think what we are seeing right now is is going to be referenced as autocracy. And it's just as Joseph Nimabwaka in power and he's in charge. And the entire system is just being conducted by he alone. And this is bad for our democracy. There is so much bad for the future of our country. I want to ask this question. Where is Malcolm McCarthy? Malcolm McCarthy, who imposed Baka on us. He undermined the last regime to bring this government to power today.
He left ever since. Yeah.
They undermined the last regime to bring this government to power.
Yeah,
what was they doing it for? I thought they were trying to change a regime that would kind of be better. The regime that has power today has come to power to destroy our country. It's back up to them on 1980 or 1989. What led to the civil crisis? Was he a later during 1980 in the country? Amen. This thing that is happening, people taking it for granted. Somebody say nothing can happen in the country again, man. Let them be very careful. I'm saying, I hear people say always, nothing can happen in the country again. We don't want anything to happen to our country. But there are things that are happening that can lead to something.
Something happening. You're right about that. So thank you so much. Let me get William Broad, then we get to yeah. Thank you. William, let's hear from you quickly. Yeah. Hello, William.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Please go on quickly. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Just getting in John and teacher that I'm coming from the hustle.
I know.
And let me make something, Prince. Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Thank you for the ask.
Yeah, Prince. Oh, when you come here on the show, next time take that green cloth from behind you, put blue cloth there.
I know, You're right, bro. So let me get to Arvin Wilson, then William Brown. Just wanted to raise that. But Arvin Wilson, let's hear from you quickly. I think we're closing it now, so that I get to Prince, then we wrap it up. Yeah, Arvin. Arvin, are you there? Oh, Arvin.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Let's listen to you. Yeah, good evening. We're listening.
Yeah, thank you ever so much, Dawson. Let me say revolutionary greetings and salutation to our people across the country that are following.
Okay.
You know, in turbulent times and trial times, there where you can determine who are the real revolutionaries of the Coalition for Democratic Change and those who are just mere partisans or opportunists. I have always said to comrades in the PDP that do not be seditious only when there are opportunities or when there are jobs or when the city has a regime. But you gotta be a revolutionary whether you have a regime or not. Because the two parted did similar things in the African history. I mean Liberian history. The apartheid in South Africa did the same thing. They always go after the most powerful party that has the popular support on the masses and that have the popular consensus with the masses of our people. I am submitting to you tonight that the issues about imprisoning some of our leaders today, there are people who pay the price. There are the less of James Gray, Muna Pen of Youngblood, Ahutu Yempan. There are less of Papi Solo and the less of Maurice Kuma, and all these people. Even on top of these people, there are people who have been sanctioned by the very United Party. The less of Jefferson Tamako have been sanctioned. The less of Bill Travel have been sanctioned. The less of Samuel Ditwa Jr. have been sanctioned. The less of Natana Magay have been sanctioned. But these people continue to pay their price and continue to struggle on the banner of the Congress for Democratic Change. Even during the elections, there were people who were in prison. There were people who got killed. There were people who got murdered, who got wounded. But the flag of the party, the banner of the citizen, continue to remain tall. And that's the reason why we say this, that all these scare tactics and intimidation, they are just the last weapon that the United Party is deploying. Because after telling all your strength, the party will rise, the party will come out, the party will reclaim, and the party will rally, and the party will take off space. And the time is coming, and that's why we're calling all citizens that have listened to the communique being written by the National Executive Committee of the Congress for Democratic Change to come out tomorrow by 2. Like the National Executive Committee said, it is time for actions, and work out now. Honeymoon is over. And we are going to show that we go for our leaders. We're going to show that we go to the moral center prison, and any decision from the party, we're going to execute and discharge that.
Okay.
So this is a movement for the party. That is not weakness. That is not laziness. This has reached the boiling point. Every revolution, every struggle, every protest, every action, equal reaction must have a boiling point. Must reach a level where people will now say enough, it is enough. Today the Yana boys are following, the motorcyclists are following, people who are broken into are not following. The whole country is mobilized. Baby, this is the time for the struggle. So we're not going to allow anybody to tell us, oh, what happened. No, the CBC has spoken, and if you say you are a sedition and you believe in the party, you must come to the party headquarters tomorrow. You must come under the revolutionary command of the National Executive Committee of the Coalition for Democratic Change. And together, we are going to occupy the present compass. We are going to occupy the sub-beach. We are going to occupy all of the different places in this country. So we're not scared. We were only waiting for the party to assemble, for the party to speak, and we will come out in our mass, in our number. We don't go organize small gatherings in a place where people will come and run behind people will stay. No, we want to appear in a mass movement of people that will shake the system, stampede the corridor, and vibrate the political system.
Okay.
Not just a human worker.
Okay.
And this is the movement.
Okay.
We call all citizens that are following
All right.
to now sit in chat room. Some of you chat room citizens, you are only responsible to complain. Some of you are sitting in the community, you are now complaining. The party has spoken. The party has challenged you to come to the party headquarters tomorrow at 2. Let's see if you now respond to the party's challenge and you respond to the party's position and you come and execute and discharge the party's command. It is a challenge to you to free Onati Kofa. It is a challenge to you to go after our lawmakers. It is a challenge to you to confront Joseph Imambuaga and confront those who are confronting the party without hesitation. Thank you ever so much.
You're right. Thank you, Ivan. We appreciate that. So, Prince, there you have it. It may have come late, but better than they say what? They say what?
Better late than never. Eh?
Better late than never.
No, I just want to.
Well, I think the timing was right. I don't think it's late, but the timing is right. Yeah,
definitely. I just want to quote from what Barack Obama said.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Change will not come if you wait for somebody or other person, or or another time. We are the ones. I mean, the common people. We are the ones we have been waiting for. So therefore, we are the ones that need to change the system."
You're right.
So if you say that, I say, waiting for somebody, waiting for that person, waiting for that person, you lost, my people. So you are the one that you have been waiting for. All of the time that you have been crying, that because you have not decided to take action, that why you stay in that position. But this is a wake-up call. We are saying to Liberians, whether you have a political attachment or not, this is not about politics. This is about Liberia. And that's the reason why we need to rally around July 7, because it's void of any politics. And we should speak out. To seditions, I want to say tomorrow that, this particular emergency meeting have been said, we are encouraging all of our people to go to the party headquarters and listening to what our leader has to say. We are encouraging everybody. If it will cost you to troop from your Vera community, troop and go there. Because what is happening, the lives of thousands of Liberians who are not even associated with politics are at stake.
At stake.
So let us stand up in our number.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prince, and thanks to all of you. Tomorrow is the day, and at 2 o'clock, please go there. Those of you concerned and the leadership and in various zone districts, and like Musa Kone said, adjacent counties. And when we talk about adjacent counties, are counties that are closer. So you talk about Magibi County, you talk about Grand Bassa County, you talk about Grand Cape Mount County, Bomi County, and those are the counties around. You can have your leadership there as well, so that the plan of action as to what to be done next can be. Why it is true that we are gathering as ordinary citizens and non-partisans or partisans who are in support of a national movement on the 17th of that's the 17th of July, we are certainly hoping that that meeting is held tomorrow, and whatever comes up is fulfilled, and is adhered to. So thanks to all of you for the time tonight. Until we are back here, God willing, do have a pleasant weekend and enjoy yourself. Let's keep praying for our country, for the best for our country, and let's pray for all the best. Thanks so much, Prince, and thanks to all of you for following